Hi, Loy Machedo speaking to you from loymachedo.com. And who's Loy Machedo? Let me set my iMac on a non-screensaver mode. All right. Now you have, what's this guy's name? Sunder Pichai, or whatever. He becomes the CEO of Alphabet, and all of a sudden, every Indian on the planet is, India, India, and then all that nonsense. It's absolutely stupid, you know. Just because a guy with an Indian passport all of a sudden became the CEO of one of the most powerful companies in the world, every Indian now feels, oh, India, India, yeah, we are India. For what? I mean, that's absolutely stupid. You know, there's no reason why any of you Indians or Indian passport holders should be so proud. You know, it's just like when Manny Pacquiao wins a boxing match, suddenly every Filipino on the planet remembers, hey, I'm Filipino. Oh, Filipino, Philippines. Listen, the fact of the matter is simply this. Number one, you, my Indian friend or Indian passport holder, you had nothing got to do with Pichai's success, okay? Nothing. While this guy was busting his chops, focused on his career, you were sitting eating popcorn, watching some crazy, shitty, TV serial on your sofa. So why are you associating his success with you? That is number one. The second point. Until a few days ago, I'm pretty sure you had no idea who Sunder Pichai was. I myself didn't know because I was not bothered. Now all of a sudden, just because he comes on the headlines, everyone's like, oh, Sunder Pichai, you know he's Indian. I'm also Indian. He's from Tamil Nadu. I'm also Tamil Nadu. Come on, go to hell. And then, third one. While you are holding an Indian passport and in some part of the world, okay, Pichai will very soon give up his for an American passport because he's staying in the United States. And you know, the fact of the matter is simply this: if you have an American passport, you have a lot of benefits. You can travel literally anywhere and everywhere. If you have an Indian passport, well, you have a lot of restrictions. You need to show a lot of money, or you need to show a lot of qualifying statements. So he would most probably go for an American passport. And also this, you know, in many countries, you know, if you get jailed and if you are an Indian passport holder, I don't think anyone gives a damn. However, if you have an American passport, your embassy makes sure that you are given the rights because you're an American citizen. Okay? Then, you know, where we come. Okay. While Pichai, you know, while you are being proud that Pichai is Indian and all that stuff, Pichai left India for a better career overseas. So, you know, that very clearly shows his level of patriotism. He's more focused on what he's supposed to do in his life. So, why are you proud of being Indian? Okay, next one. Now, you have Pichai, you have Satya Nadella, who are, you know, living examples that if you have to succeed, you have to leave India. See, the fact of the matter is, do you think Satya Nadella and Pichai would have been successful if they were in India? No, absolutely not. You have to move out, okay? So, you know, if you're patriotic, if you're really so patriotic and you want to associate with someone, why don't you focus on the majority and not on this 1% of 7 billion people, or India has around nearly, I don't know, 1 or 2 billion people. So you're focused on one guy and suddenly you become Indian, while the majority of Indians are being ignorant, are hardly educated, living below the poverty line. You have issues like when, you know, Indians are raping other young women, or they are involved in, you know, harming other women, you don't seem to associate yourself there. Or how come you don't associate yourself being Indian when there is so much of corruption that is happening there? Or, you know, when people are doing shameful things, when even there is, you know, this superstition which is so ridiculously, you know, weaved into prehistoric religious beliefs, you know, people kissing rats and touching snakes, and you know, there's, I even seen one cow which is covered in cow dung, you know, and someone's taking some bit of manure and posting it like that. One guy even drank cow urine just to believe that this had spiritual effects. And right now you have in India, there is a woman who calls herself the woman god or something. So why don't you associate yourself being Indian when all this nonsense is happening. So why is it you cherry pick? Oh, out of 2 billion people, this one guy, so that's Indian, yeah. You know, this is double standards. And bottom line, it's simply this, okay? The bottom line. Sunder Pichai is another living example that if you have to succeed, you have to move out of the Indian market. The fact of the matter is this: India is not the place for talented and gifted people. India is only the place for corruption, politics, for all this nonsense of all these holidays, and you know, it's sad. It's sad because the fact of the matter is, when you give democracy into the hands of uneducated people, this is what you'll have. You want to see the state of affairs of what is happening in India? Just switch on Google. Go to YouTube and just check out what is happening with the Indian politics. They are arguing about rubbish, silly stuff, and most of the politicians, they have a jail time record, and that is why they are into politics. Okay, so welcome to India, where important issues like the rape of women, or harming, the destruction of women's rights, or the education, unemployment, or lack of quality education, or poverty is not being focused on. What is being focused on? Banning beef. Oh, banning porn. That is so very important in India. So this is Jai Hind for you, and this is the reality of India for you. If you feel that what I'm saying is wrong, please, tell me where am I wrong. You'll say, no, these are some small issues here and there, and then they'll say, oh, you're after all Indian. See, the fact of the matter is, I have Indian passport, yes, very much. However, I'm not staying in India. The fact of the matter is, I'm not staying in India because I know if I go to India, I don't get the benefits that I'm getting being in another part of the world. So this is the fact of life. I would love to hear your comments and your views, and love to know, where am I wrong? Please educate me. Loy from loymachedo.com, and it was loymachedo.com. I would love to hear your views. Goodbye for now.